Hello, my name is Jacob Dunlap, and I'll be presenting my GEA1 presentation. So my initial expectations, I volunteered at the Tampa Bay Humane Society, so I was expecting just to walk dogs, learn how to interact with the dogs, put the leash on them, make sure I know if they're comfortable when they want to go play. I figured there'd be lots of walking. The sign-up sheets pretty much all said that it was just going to be you walking the whole time. And I was expecting a pretty big space as it was in the downtown area, so I figured that the space would be pretty large. Some disciplinary skills that I learned was networking. There were many different people that I worked and volunteered with through many different backgrounds, and some of them even went to USF just like me and are graduating this year. Another skill that I learned was flexibility. I had to be extremely flexible, and when I got there, I didn't do the role that I signed up for. I signed up to walk the dogs, but when I got there, I actually had to clean out the kennels instead. And lastly, time management. I use time management skills when we would have to take the dogs out. I would have to ensure that I clean the kennels in the correct amount of time so the dogs could come back in their kennel. My contribution, I made the dogs' lives more enjoyable. I made sure they would go outside, play, have a safe place to sleep. I made sure they were healthy as well. I fed them, cleaned out their the water bins. And I also rehabilitated some of them. There was a dog that was missing two of his legs, so I helped him learn how to start walking again and make sure he was able to go to the bathroom and go outside. And I supported the goals of compassion and commitment for the Humane Society as I was very compassionate with all the animals and I made sure that I was there on time every day. So a new vision statement that I wrote was to create a future where every animal has a safe home, proper care, and a life filled with love and kindness. I figured that vision I could see into the future, and I want to highlight that they needed to be cared properly and need to have a safe home. My mission statement was to protect and care for companion animals in need, promote responsible pet ownership, and strengthen the bond between companion animals and people. Again, I wanted to ensure that the mission was to promote responsible pet ownership and the bond between humans and animals. So after some feedback and revision, my final vision statement is a future where every companion animal lives safely, cared for, and loved. My original one was a little bit too long, so I had to cut it down just a little bit. And my mission statement was to protect and care for companion animals in need, promote responsible pet ownership, and strengthen the bond between humans and animals through community education. So for that one, I wanted to make sure that I used the education portion as well. Diversity expansion, I think that there's definitely ways to educate more lower income communities, as that's a majority of where the animals come from. Because people can't take care of their dogs, they end up turning them back into the Humane Society because they cannot afford them. And middle-aged adults, while working there, everybody was either older or a lot younger. I think there's some room to work in the middle there. Some ethical dilemmas when the families can't afford an animal, but they still want one. Um, and when people just cut corners to make their lives easier while working. So some things ethical leaders should have is clear communication, decision-making, time management, and regular management skills. You need to be able to think on the fly, make sure you're talking to your employees, and make sure that you get everything done on time. And here's a picture of me with one of the dogs, and there's a bin full of puppies, and then that is me cleaning out one of the kennels. All right, and thank you so much.